Okay, so what I'm going to start doing now with all the different changes that I'm making and I'm going to be making in Salesforce is start recording quick YouTube videos for everybody to kind of see how to use everything. So here will be the first one I'm going to do, and this is for the investor page. So what I did was I just kind of made up a record. This is how it'll come in to you guys from the office assistants when you don't enter the record into the system. So what I'll do is click log a call and edit investor. I'm going to put the day, their date investor, or I'll put the day by in the city of Miami. And let's see, in the grade, I'm going to put that they're a B. I added this new feature in here. It's called Priority Investor. This is basically for somebody that you've met. They're not quite an A. Somebody you maybe met. Somebody who's gone to look at 5 or 6 houses. Somebody that you are pretty confident they're going to buy a house. They're better than a B. You know, maybe they're a B plus if you want to call it that. Somebody you're really confident you want to be able to find this person really quickly, but they haven't quite upgraded to an A status. So when you're putting in people into the system, the grading scale is like this. They either go in as a B or a D. A B is somebody who has cash and they say they're looking to buy properties. A D is somebody who doesn't have cash or they're not looking to buy the type of properties that we deal in. This could be somebody who is totally off base with what they're looking to buy. They could have, you know, $50,000, but they say they want to buy a 3,000 square feet in Boca. It's just they're not realistic about what they're going to buy, or they may have cash, but they want to buy something conventionally. They would go in as a D. A B is somebody who has cash, wants to buy the type of properties that we deal in. A B then, obviously, if they're not looking at properties, they drop to a C. If they buy a house, they're an A. And again, if you met with the person, they sound really good, they've gone to look at a bunch of properties, then you want to make them a priority investor. So I'll make this guy priority. Let's say he came into the office and met with me. He sounds really good. I put him in as a resale. He wants to buy single families. He has bought. He has 7 houses. In the notes here, what you're going to want to do is put in notes for the people. So I'm going to put guy sounds really good, came to meet me in office, wants to buy in Liberty City. Now with the notes, it's really important that you put the right wording into the notes, because from the property screen you could find people based on their words in the notes section. So for instance, we don't have all the neighborhoods for every county in there. For instance, in Tampa, we don't have Hyde Park. In Fort Lauderdale, we don't have places like Lauderdale Manors or Progresso. In Miami, Liberty City, Allapattah, these are all neighborhoods. They're not cities. So we have to go with cities and counties for the pick list. So what you want to do is for the neighborhoods and things like that, you want to put it in here. Also, for people who want to buy stuff that may be unusual or specific, like vacant land, commercial properties, waterfront, whatever it is, something that we probably don't get a lot of, but if we do, you want to find that person easily. The most important thing is that you spell it right and you put it in with some kind of consistency. So if it's commercial buildings, that you want to be able to find these people when we get an apartment building, put in their apartment or commercial. But the most important thing is to put it in the same every single time. So now with this person, let's say, you know, we log a call for this guy, I put tomorrow that I want to call him back, you know, gave him a property, let's put, you know, 6801, I don't know, Northwest 70th Street, or just a random address in Liberty City. Actually, you know what, why don't we make it one of the properties that we have available right now. So in here you can go related. You have to choose property. Then what you do here is you just click the magnifying glass. What it does is it pulls up all the properties that we have for sale right now. So it goes in here and it kind of gives you all the information that you would need to give this person information on the property. So let's see here if we have anything. We don't have anything in Liberty City, so I'll just pick this property here, 760. You know, gave him 760, want to follow up tomorrow to see if he went to look at it. So put in here the due date there. All this information is now filled out here. I'm going to change the person to contacted and save the record. So now in here, what you have in this part is different here, is you have the comments here, you have the date that you made the call here, you have the comments on the call here, now you have the subject. Now this will be coming out of the record. I put this in there for you guys who are putting comments in the subject section so you can kind of see now on old records and things like that you have. But now moving forward, make sure that you're putting all the notes for the people in the comments. This section is going to come out, so make sure you basically start using this section. Here we have related to this property here. Here is the due date right here. So the way it's going to work is now instead of creating another not started task, what it does is if you have a follow-up on this person with a due date here, it's just going to create a little button here called follow-up. So you know now that this record needs to be followed up with. So let's say I call the guy back, you know, it's tomorrow, call this guy back, put in here, spoke to him, hasn't gone to look at house yet, call him back again tomorrow. So now I'll put the due date as Saturday because I know everybody likes to come in on the weekends and work. So I'll put save here. Now what it does is now it creates another follow-up task for me here, moves it from here. This will, once the property is completed and there's no due date, this shouldn't be here right now. They're fixing that. So all you're going to have is when you have a follow-up for a person, you'll have a due date here. So now you have the follow-up again here with this person. Let's just say it's now Saturday. I call this guy again, and he says, went to go look at house, not interested in this one, really wants Liberty City houses. So then I'm going to put no follow-up here, save it, and now basically everything is now completed out. You don't have a follow-up here anymore. So now that is pretty much it. One thing from here, what they're going to be doing is really making the home screen a lot better. So for the tasks and things like that, whenever there's a follow-up with the due date here, that's going to show up on your home screen. So it's going to log one call here so we can kind of see for later that it's on the home screen. So I'll put it for the 26th, you know, gave him another property to look at. We'll save that in that record. And now again, you have a new chain of tasks here completed with a follow-up in this one. These were all completed out now. So that is the new stuff in the investor section.